I'd like to give a warm welcome to a lady that's been in the business for over 25 years along with her husband, and together they are the UK distributors for Artistasoft modelling paste and Medina. It's Evelyn Freshwater. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
First of all, could you explain to the people at home what exactly is Artistasoft?
Artistasoft is a modelling paste, not edible, but it contains potato flour and rice flour, so there's no toxins or resins in it, and I've learnt to use it the same as I used my sugar paste. You can't eat it, but if you were making wired flowers with icing, you can't eat those either.
No, of course.
So I've developed it onwards, and we can now take it farther than cake making. I can do bridal bouquets and headdresses, and I've loved. It's now more of a hobby into producing the flowers. Has been my hobby for about 25 years. In about 1980, my brother was a master baker, and he obviously used to do royal icing and make royal icing, and this sugar paste first came out, which meant that it was very time consuming making individual flowers, and he said that he would not have time to be able to do it.
Right.
So I thought, I'll be able to do that for you, but not quite as easy as it looked.
No.
And had many attempts at it, and we all had to learn a very hard way with icing, because it doesn't matter what icing sugar came out or flour paste came out, they are actually breakable.
Yeah.
And so we had to go through making extra flowers in case anything broke. If we were in atmospheres where there was marquees for weddings and things like that, humidity altered the texture of it, and it was been very hard to be able to learn that trade, and I've developed it from there. And when I was about to retire, age 65, I found this fantastic paste, and have gone on further from there.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes.
So I was going to ask, when did you first find out about Artistasoft?
Well, it was nothing to do with cake decorating whatsoever, and I hadn't been in business with cake decorating at all.
Right.
I had just been a chair lady of the guild, or treasurer, chair lady, and come up through the Sugarcraft Guild. Enjoyed my meetings, enjoyed everybody showing me what to do, and not being in business, but just making cakes for friends and flowers for my brother's cakes and things like that. So I'd never really been in a commercial business of cake making. And I decided the only thing I couldn't do on a cake was to paint flowers. So I decided that I would like to go and learn watercolour painting.
Okay.
So 65, I was going to change direction, not make another cake, not make any more flowers, not do anything else with icing again. And all of a sudden I was in the Netherlands and found this fantastic modelling paste that I could carry on with my love of flowers.
Yeah, wow.
So it's gone from there.
You must have seen over the years that the cake industry has grown and grown, hasn't it? When you look at the cakes now, do you like what you see?
No.
You know? You don't?
No. There's the skills that were learnt very early on were fantastic skills.
Yeah.
And now we have moulds and cupcakes and all this sort of thing out. It's not the same, but as in every industry, it changes. We don't wear the same dresses as we wore in 1980.
No.
We don't wear, so life changes, and maybe the youngsters of today do like it. But there's not the skill there in doing the cakes of today.
Yeah, and you've got so many different cutters.
Yes, that's right.
They're changing things.
Yes.
Out of all the flowers that you do create, what flower do you like to make the most?
Well, I like to make my roses because they're quite unique in effect, the opposite to icing, because you can't make the roses with icing sugar. It won't pull like this paste does. This modelling paste, because of the melding of the potato flour and rice flour together, creates its own glue, the starch. So one piece will stick to the other, and I can pull each petal up individually and stick each petal on one at a time, which you can't do with icing.
Yeah.
And because they're sort of unbreakable, you know, you can do lots of little flowers and stick bits on that you can never do when you were doing icing. Well, I think what has let a lot of people down in this industry, probably myself including, is the actual arrangement of the flowers. You have to have a lot of foresight into creating. So you have to have a creative mind for creating the bouquets and different things.
So how to create it?
How to learn, yes, and you will only the tip in anything is to just do it and do it and do it to get it right, you know. But what your eye sees is what everybody else sees. So do it to your own liking and try and perfect it to your own liking.
That's lovely. Thank you ever so much, Evelyn. That's been lovely. Thank you so much.